Alright, so this is gonna be my run of Sunken City. We're gonna try to speedrun it on Necromancer. Um, I saw one guy do it on Warlock in 3 hours, so I'm hoping I can be faster than that. Um, uh, Basic strategy, hit damage. Uh, a lot of RNG in this early game. Kind of hoping to get your main stat, which I did not, but fine. I haven't done any practice of this or anything. I literally played through it once on Necromancer and didn't die, so I'm like, this has got to be the one of the classes you can solo it with. Also, I hate these healing mobs. I get RNG to start. I got a chest key, which is very good. Might give me a good item out of this chest. The best start I ever had, I got a epic item off like the first mob. And it was a summoning item. Gave my guys like max speed. That start was like absolutely broken. Wish I had that now. My first playthrough of this too, I played all the way through, not knowing the Necromancer F skill was even a heal. Thought it was like a drain life or something, and didn't even use it. That's pretty good. Also, I've kind of learned. Oh, I got an item again. I kind of learned this game. If you lose your grunt, it's pretty much over too. I've been trying to play it on insane, and your grunt is like needed. You can't out DPS the mobs if your grunt does. Gotta level up. I go Grim Scythe first because my first run I went Corpse Explosion first and it sucked. It was horrible. Grim Scythe just makes your monsters stronger for like pretty much like their next hit is stronger, and then it kind of everything on Necromancer sucks except for the Tombstone ability. Um, which is sad, but should probably keep the hat, but I'm not going to. You want to get an endless treasure chest as soon as you can. More gold income, and it pays for itself in like 5 minutes. Yeah, Flame Strike really hurts in this game. Come over here and get the bucket of water. You're gonna need it later. Which is actually acting as a it's a speedrun, but it's also going to be a redo of my 3-parter because that was way too long to explain to people how to get it done. I'm just going to show you what to do and like how to just get through the map. Like, I have no clue how to get the legendary item. I don't care. I tried, like, today I spent all day trying to figure it out. I'd still... Nothing against SpasMaster, but, the guy who makes the map. You gotta be, like, more obvious with the, your hints. Like, your hints aren't hints, man. Like, the line item just says FYP. I don't know what that means. I don't want to be too critical because the map's really good, but there's just certain things that it's like... Played like every class through, and I just... I mean, some of the shop items are so good, it's like, why even ever care about getting the, legendary? I am going to try to do a completely Iron Man too. No guarantee on that because things like that, like Ring of Fire can just kill you. There's a lot of traps I might forget about along the way. Key of the Moon goes in your backpack. Now these guys come. You gotta be careful because these Tidal Revenants in the whole game they do this shock. Yeah, see the shockwave and it does a bunch of damage. Then over here on normal, you'll always hit level 3, killing this guy. I try to put this tombstone like behind him to distract the mobs that he summons. Just pick that up. We got a glyph slot. I always recommend the first glyph for pleasurement, so you can just spam tombstone. The second one, you probably want this commander ship. It's just 20% pet damage at level 3. It's crazy. Oh, right. Bucket of water you picked up, you go over here. Dump it on this fire. Gives you the gate key to the next part. I call this the Tunnel of Death up here because sometimes it'll spawn like endgame monsters out of here that are like way too strong for your level. Pet damage. Don't need agility. Actually gonna sell all these items for the Talisman of Ferocity. 10% pet damage, which again is insane this early in the game. Coming up is a really hard boss. Actually, the boss isn't that hard. What's hard is doing the achievement to get extra loot. It's like almost not even worth doing because it's all for one green item, and honestly, you don't really care about one green item. Secret over here is there's this powder thing. I don't really see it when you're up here. It pounds, you wait. Pounds, you go. You're even like a split second too slow, you die. It kills you instantly. I think it does that flat damage, but it's like 2,000 damage, so you might be able to come back later and get it, but it's easy to just get it now. I missed a couple things back here. There's an extra tome you can get here.
That was my plan. You thought of that? Greetings.
Oh, I guess the homie don't count. Okay. Oh yeah, he does. Okay. You can stand on the two runes. It gives you a book. I just got a book of knowledge, which is really good. Book of knowledge is +1 to all stats. I also got intelligence, which is insanely good.
That was my plan. You thought of that? Doctor. What is it now? I must hunt soon. What, mortal? What is it now? I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Very well. That was my
I actually don't want my grunt over here. This boss, just stand in the whirlpool, because, his whaler ability to kill you. Again, the achievement is to make him take damage from his own whaler ability, but it's absolutely not worth it. You'll just die. The game's an actual joke on Necromancer. You can literally just stand here. Grunt can come help again. Key of the moon's in your backpack. It'll open these rune doors. This pack is insanely hard. I think you want to go for this guy first, then the Naga. Pretty sure. This is why this pack is hard, because for whatever reason they just ignore like priority. This here is actually a trap. When you step in here, it summons ghosts, but the ghosts do give XP, so... The Suramine wine here is, you get it way later in the game, don't worry about it. It's part of the legendary. Again, I don't know how to do it. You can completely ignore it. God, this pack is actually crazy too. Tombstone level 2, we get another talent slot. I'll explain where to put that in a second. Obviously, your escape menu, or escape key, put everything in pet damage. Over here, get her talking on the quest. You can do that quest anyway. It's part of the progression. Alright, so your second glyph slot, I use Gravedigger. These are interchangeable. You can start with Hour of the Dead or Gravedigger. I just like Gravedigger because spam Tombstone and it makes it last longer. Now you want Hour of the Dead. It's the second one. So now the minions are really tanks because they last a very long time. So yeah, that's your first and second talent should be one of these two, always. Alright, you can talk to this guy. What you're really working towards is Pack Leader's Talisman or Mark of the Wild if you find the Shadow Crystals along the way. You get Pack Leaders first if you don't find the Shadow Crystals. If you find the Shadow Crystals, you always get Mark of the Wild first. I forget what's next. Haste, I guess. Not haste. Yeah, haste. Stopwatch. Gonna sell these mana potions to the vendor. Don't ever keep potions unless you're playing on a higher difficulty. They're not gonna help you out any. Ground's not here helping. Help. Come over to this table. Inspect the table. It's got a key. A key on it. Over here, talk to this guy. He's gonna find a tombstone. Don't worry about it. Let him talk. Another thing that you'll get along the way is progression. This pack down here is notoriously very hard. It can spawn with a Devil Sword, which is crazy. It can spawn with these guys. Yeah, Necromancer's stupid, so it should be easy to do. Up here, there's 3 more ghosts. Now the key is for this door. You don't have to go this way at all. The game. The vault is completely optional. You can go kill the mobs in there for more gold, but they don't give XP. This grate here will insta-kill you. Here's another part of the legendary item. Get way later. Again, I don't know how to do it. If you lock on the fire without killing the Ragnaros later, you instantly. One of the hardest trash packs in the whole game is right here. It's invisible. They're bullshit. Not only can they hit you from stealth, but they can do this. They can root you, and it does like an absurd amount of damage. Luckily, again, for Necro, doesn't really matter. Just heal yourself, Blood Globe every once in a while, because the Blood Globes also reduce the damage taken. Coming up is one of the most annoying bosses in the whole run. This boss right here. I don't know how to do his achievement because it's insane. I just know in Necromancer it's kind of... I'm probably going to lose my grunt, so say goodbye to the grunt. But on Necromancer I don't even care about his healing, I just... Again, I already failed the achievement. I don't know how to do it. It's irritating. You're supposed to move out of these rings and then kill this wisp, but you can never kill it fast enough to where he doesn't actually gain from it. He's almost dead. He's dead. Again, Necromancer, everything's a joke. Up here, these monsters are now getting incredibly hard. Again, watch the Revenant. He has a splash, like a shockwave that'll kill you. I don't know what's hurting me like this. Yeah, and I literally have no clue what some of this stuff is supposed to be doing, or... Save the grunt if I can. Save myself if I can. I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I said the Deathless Run probably wasn't going to happen. I tried, though. See, it's stuff like that. Good example of why it's really hard to get through this game without dying. Because there's just stuff. Stuff can be dead and just have dots on you. However, we got a bunch of pet damage. 3 points there. No, I forgot about these guys. Again, with the ridiculously huge roots that don't need to be in this game, I don't get it. I'm gonna sell all this good stuff to him, except for my stopwatch. Grunt's gonna pretty much chill out here from now on because beyond this point he helps, but not really. Okay. Let's see. Energy spear. Another thing that can be sold. Oh, over here. Get this quest. You don't even need to do this quest, but again, it's along the way, so you might as well come to the well. Inspect the well. This well has the garden gate key in it. Unlock the garden, but I'm running back to my vendor friend. $11.80. So because it's $11.80, I'm gonna go do the waterworks dungeon. Now, interesting. Dungeons don't give you XP, but they do give you an item and stats. This bookshelf always constrains the stroll speed. I'll show you why. This guy blabs for quite a while before it gives you a quest item. You go grab the quest item, grab the Roman speed, so you can run up here quick. So the pattern is always this. These two up. This pattern never changes. These two up. This one up. And this one up. I always gotta remind myself by looking at that bookshelf, but... Okay, Waterworks is open. Again, I can kill everything in the game now by just spamming Tombstone. Bonus drops are always cool because they're just cool. I don't know. More gold and stuff for items. First altar to fill is here. Click the item. Tombstone these guys. Tombstone these guys. Again, another thing I like to do is I like to tombstone them, and then I like to grim scythe because it just makes your skeleton's next attack like stronger. You don't have to do that. You could just tombstone and like stand here. But I'm trying to go fast, so this will be a little proactive. Come here. Click the vial. I almost clicked this mana pot because I need it, but actually that would be a waste. Save the gold. Now, I want to discuss something that happens in this game randomly. Every tick of the game has a just small chance to spawn a Doom Lord or an Infernal right on top of you. It's insanely hard to kill early game until you're about level 8. I had an Infernal spawn right here once. It gets stuck like in the pillar, and then he could just kill me over and over. Can't be too mad. It's like an anti-AFK slash like a random fun event. Killing it gives you gold. But honestly, an Infernal this early in the game is kind of dumb. I wish he'd be working to be like a Fellhound and then an Infernal. And then way late game you get like a big red Infernal that comes. These bosses, or these groups here, the healer's always in the back. You kind of want to focus the healer one. Cool thing you can do is when you get next to an item and you're full, you can click on your backpack and then click on the item. It'll put it in the backpack. Alright, here's the third altar. And actually, there's a surprise up here. The first time I ran through, first time I ever played this, like, killed me because I didn't know these guys were up here. And my tombstone missed. Sometimes when you don't have line of sight, you can cast a spell that just doesn't, it doesn't go because it didn't see where it was supposed to place. Alright, sell these potions. And I am getting very close to the pack leaders thing. Actually, I can probably get it in like 10 seconds. So I kill these guys. Now be careful again, these are title revenants. They got that shockwave. Shockwave is crazy. Luckily, I think it'll target the minions. Nope, it hit me for like half of my health. So, you can sell this last healing potion. And now I can buy the pack leader's talisman. This is crazy. It makes your pets, like, way stronger. It gives them 5 armor, attack speed, and reduces their damage taken. This is actually trapped. If you rock between these two torches, you instantly die. So don't do that. To complete this dungeon, this is different than most of the dungeons in this game. You just gotta inspect the statue. Don't forget to hit the last altar for your quest, and then you can leave. Go talk to the druid to get the quest item. Grab this purity vial. That's cool. Gives you basically a health potion on a stick, and it's got 8 the main stat. That's all cool and great, but you're really gonna sell it to just get mana per 5 item is the next thing you want to work towards. Again, or if you get shadow crystals, Mark of the Wild. Here's another one of those invisible packs. It's really hard to tell where they're gonna come from. Oh, I forgot. There's another pack of these guys. Big root guys. And they do hurt when they root you. Luckily now with pack leader's talisman, the skeletons are getting already getting crazy. Found a shadow crystal, which is really good. Because again, Mark of the Wild's the next thing you want to get. Again, there's another revenant in here. Be careful. However, there's a priest, which is like more annoying. The tombstone for the quest of the Necro back is right here in the graveyard. Another potion. Now this boss is very easy, but very, you want to do the achievement because you get an extra item, but it's kind of annoying to do on Necro. You just basically have to keep moving around all the time. He puts these fire orbs on the ground. The achievement is to not get hit by the fire orbs. These priests will just keep healing this guy until they run out of mana. Kind of want to tombstone him if you can. Try to hit him with the scythe through the wall. If you kind of stay out of range, he might get confused to put orbs on your minions, which don't do anything. So you can kind of cheese the achievement that way. They're almost out of mana. Boss should go down now because so we did the quest. Easy. Here's what I'm talking about with the random spawn of a random demon. Again, it's crazy that it's a Doomlord or Infernal right away, but this is why that's crazy, because you shouldn't have to be running out of Rain of Fire this early in the game, but I was basically waiting for Tombstone because he's got Rain of Fire still, and I don't really want to get hit by it. So, yeah, the game will randomly spawn. The Infernal is worse for melee, the Doomguard's really hard for casters. You can always stand near the stones to get your mana back. Where you're going is back to the Necromancer to give him his tombstone, and back to the vendor to basically vendor the items you just got. He does his talking about resurrecting the dead or whatever. You want to come hit the switch to open the door to progression. He gives you another cool item for all stats, and it's a mana potion on the stick. Unfortunately, we're not probably going to keep either of those things. The Talisman of Ferocity. The next thing you want to work towards is probably Saber Claws. Also mana per 5. Base of Tranquility. Now we can have a bunch, now we can have a lot of summons all the time. A lot less worried about mana now. This group here is actually a lot of Tidal Revenants, so again, you want to be careful. Yep, see, he got me. He's got like infinite mana pools, so I forgot to set my respawn. I'm gonna respawn way back at the garden. that's okay because I have an empty talent now. I tried Skeletal Archer. This is good. Um, yeah, just go with the Skeletal Archers. Serration, I tried Serration last run. And it procs a lot. Issue is the proc is tiny. Also, don't do what I just did. You're progressing, go to the next stone. Probably grab Scythe level 2. That damage. And didn't we get a glyph too? Yeah. So the next glyph you want to get is probably Beast Fury. It just gives your summons a quarter point chance. It's crazy. And more pet synergies and whatnot. I don't know why I just got hit for like entire health pool twice. I tell you. This achievement's annoying as hell. It's to kill these 3 guys equally. It's very hard to do with a pet because you can't really. You can control them, but it's. See, there's always going to be one that just misses. That would give you a Shadow Crystal if you successfully do it. Like a guaranteed one, but I can never do it with the minions because they randomly attack. Now, this is one that I can do over here. This boss is supposed to split a bunch of times because we do so much damage as Necro to him. You need this explosive to progress. up here is a really hard pack. The healer dude's in the back, and your minions like kind of refuse to target him. Used explosive to open this door. Run away from it because it'll kill you if you're standing on it. Door's open. Same kind of idea. You can do it in the back. Talk to this guy. He's actually not a required quest, but another one you're going to do along the way. Drop any item so you can pick up his item. Again, this is another part of the legendary quest line. You actually want to keep this quest reward if you're looking to get the legendary. I learned that today, but I don't know how to do it. Again, sorry about that. So I sell this item when I get it later. Oh, Broken Queen's Tiara. Put it in your backpack for way later. Boss's achievement up here is to not get hit by the more he dies, the more he'll try to hit you with this Tidal Guardians. The quest is to not kill the Tidal Guardians, which you shouldn't have to anyway. Your minions will probably attack. Your minions will attack one, it's just so long as they don't kill it, which would be really hard to do. And this is one of the best rewards in the game, because he drops a scroll of XP. The scroll of XP gets you to level 7. And he drops a random green, which is good. More gold. There's some kobolds down here. They can be hard. They're really hard with the melee class. We got Tombstone level 3. Another quest item you need is this torch right here. Pick it up, put it in your pack. Just standing near the stone to get some mana regen. Yet another quest item you need is right here. Talk to this, you get the magnetic orb. I'll show you what to do with that in a second. Let's see what we can buy. As far as these, again, Saber Claws is the next thing you want to really go for. If we have enough money to do that. No, we don't. So, we'll worry about that later. Over here, use the magnetic orb to get this key down here. Get as close as you can and you press, the key will come to you. Obviously, magnets, how do they work? To get this secret, you just literally walk around this teleporter. And this key is to this door. However, we're not going to go this way first. So, we can open that door with that key. Get our item that we had to drop for space. And we're going to go in the Cobalt Mine for a second. Again, this dungeon's insanely hard for melee, but... Oh, that I didn't mean to do. I have somehow pulled a shit ton of kobolds, that's fine. Again, the name of the game is basically spamming Tombstone. Make sure it's always up. As long as it's up, you'll have just a ridiculous amount of minions with you. Get this gold over here. Obviously, never do what I just did. You always want your minions in front. I don't know why I was in the corner. Pushed myself in a corner. Now the thing is, I'm low on mana, so I'm actually going to go out of here. I'm going to get my Saber Claws. It'll make the rest of this easy. So, sell Razanoff. I have to wait a tiny bit of time. I'm gonna go kill these monsters over here in the meantime. Again, you don't want to go this way first, but I need like 20 gold to get Saber Claws, so these guys here will do. And this is just progression later anyway. Yeah, and this isn't super optimized. If I was really smart, I would just use my teleport ability. You can teleport to the nearest stone, the last one you touched. I should have done that. It would have saved like 10 seconds, but... 10 seconds. So, now we get Saber Claws. Saber Claws is crazy. Basically what it does is it lets your pets have a chance to just do, well, a 7% chance right now to do 150% of my damage. Just like 71 damage instantly. But there's so many mobs, so many summons that it triggers like a lot more than you think it would. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I completely misplaced my tombstone there. Sometimes I get bonus gold back here. Not today. Boss is a joke. He literally just... he does flame strike, but you're not the one meleeing him, so... Oh, we're done with this dungeon. Like I said, we can use this port. I'm going to do that. Now we can go this way. The way we have pre-cleared a little bit. Actually, go back up here. Also, I gotta backtrack all the way back to the beginning. I know where there's a shadow crystal. Sometimes the switch releases the big guy, and sometimes it just gives you an item. Personally, I kind of like releasing the big guy. He always drops Flesh Helmet, which is just like a guaranteed 200 gold item. It's crazy that he's a level 11 and you can solo him, but again, Necro crazy. I think out of all the abilities, Corpse Explosion is a joke. I wish the creator would make this do something different. Yeah, Flesh Helmet always drops it. There's always a book in that corner. There's no point to go up here. This is where you get the legendary when you finally figure it out. I've seen other YouTube videos, but again, I don't know how to do it, so another tunnel of death. Luckily, this one doesn't spawn like completely absurd stuff out of it. This one spawns level appropriate stuff. There is a somewhat infinite money glitch you can do right here. About every 5 minutes, this tunnel will always spawn something, so you can just keep running back here. I wouldn't recommend farming it, but you could actually get infinite gold. Just get 6 treasure chests and just keep killing these guys over and over. You get like 60 gold per 5 minutes or whatever. Plus what the chests are giving you. Oh, I was not. I looked away for a second. That happens when you're standing in a ball of fire. It's actually crazy that my minions almost killed them. There is sometimes a rare boss that spawns here. He's like a really big version of these 3 guys, but he's not here. He doesn't do anything special. He's tank and spank boss, but he drops an item, which is nice. He's not here. Here's the part you needed that torch from earlier. To your main guy. You get up right on these torches and you can light them. So those are lit. Give my guy back his items. Again, a Title Revenant. This is actually a very hard group because it's a Title Revenant and a healer. Again, the Tidal Revenants are just annoyingly strong. Don't know why. It is what it is. For some reason, the Siren will always pull you to her. Just run away. We'll level up. We want the attribute bonuses. Get a bunch more pet damage. Alright. So, we're at this guy. We don't have the shadow crystals necessary. So this mana potion. Pick this stuff up with the bag. Sell this stuff out of here. Need this stuff. Another part of the legendary quest chain is this mushroom right here. In case nobody wants to know. And now I have to backtrack very far. Actually, I should do that after this boss. I'll do this boss first. The achievement here is to kill this obelisk before the boss, which is actually quite easy to do. He always summons an infernal to help. His flame strike hurts a lot. Recommend standing in it. Selling the fun items that he gave me because they're not fun for me. No, this is where you do the tiara quest. You give it to this guy, he'll blab for a bit, and he'll give you the reward. In the meantime, you want to go talk to this goblin. Probably talk to the goblin first. He's going to blab about this barrel up here. Well, he needs a cogwheel, but the cogwheel's in the barrel up here. You can pick up your Queen's Tiara. Again, if you want Legendary Quest Chain, you want to keep it. If not, you don't have to. The barrel's invulnerable until the goblin tells you what he needs. Here, this trash pack. The trash packs get actually very hard now. Like, this is like a mid game, I'd say. Oh, don't remember the lightning does actually hurt you. Yep, the Revenant got me because, you know, game's fair. And the lightning right here doesn't help you either. It hurts you from way bigger radius than it looks like, so... See, and these guys will hear you. This is why Deathless is very hard. Because stuff like this you can't really... I mean, I'm sure you could avoid it, but... I think there's a shadow crystal there, actually. Ah. For those two guys. Go back to here. Because I missed this thing at the beginning. Right here. Good thing is, I think I can save a lot of time with my Hearthstone. So that'll be nice. Assuming that guy, doesn't touch any on the way there. Oh, Tunnel of Death. These guys are very weak. Sometimes it spawns like level 10 guys out of there. You can use your backpack. Here's what I was talking about. You can Hearthstone back to where I was. And now I can buy Mark of the Wild. Which is insane multiplier. It increases the damage by 18% plus 18%. It shows only one of these on your stats. So I'm actually at like 100 and some percent right now. but it also gives all the minions 7% crit strike, which is actually pretty cracked. Again, stuff I'm not going to use. I just sell, like the tiara. Again, it's for the legendary, but I'm not going to use it. I've talked to a dude over here. Chest key is always nice. Find some cool stuff in the chest. I'm down to do the troll dungeon. There is a rare boss that spawned on me on my last run right here. It's called like Spirit of the Night or something. And sometimes the trolls have rain of fire because, you know, why wouldn't they? Lots of secret areas around, you just gotta look for them. Before you go on the troll dungeon, you want to kill these guys to get to level 9. Actually, you have to be level 9 to do the troll dungeon. I'll show off something here. Can't. Basically, literally in the level, there's a set of 4 runes that are different colors. You need to come change these to whatever color corresponds using your C key. I'm not doing it because it just gives you a Light Prism, which is another part of the legendary quest line. And I don't know what the Light Prism is supposed to do. Might be worth doing if it gave stats, but it doesn't. Again, it's... the trolls having rain of fire kind of sucks, but it kind of helps because they usually are healers, and they prioritize rain of fire on you over healing their friends, so it actually does kind of help you clear. Again, a lot of secrets, barrels, and stuff you just gotta break. This pack can be extremely hard because there's a patrolling devil sword. However, if you start the fight when he's way on that side, usually the priests are dead by the time he gets here. Again, there's real no need to do the dungeons, but it does give you stats. And I'm dead because it wouldn't let me move. Stun again. It always drops the same rare. It's always the Zulian Punisher. Which is fine. Just more gold. So, you're on that dungeon for the stats and for the tiny bit of gold at the end. It gives you lives, but the lives, again... maybe it matters if you're trying to do Iron Man, because I think you get bonus lives in Iron Man, but I think that's the only part where that happens. What was that item called? Yeah, Tome of Supreme Power is the next thing I want. Basic Tome of Supreme Power gives you a bunch of damage based on your current mana, but it's really, you really want it because it generates your mana back. On top of refreshment, now I should be able to have permanent Army of the Dead. I don't think my mana will ever go down again. Here's the chest that I was talking about. Keep the key. It's obviously keys you get are completely random. There's another set of those crazy mobs here, except for they're not as crazy as in the early game because of the root. You can kind of predict when it's going to happen. Just heal yourself. That's where the one of the obelisks is. You're on this quest to kill 4 obelisks. Again, it's a progression one. So you should be able to get it done. Or you'll actually have to get it done to progress. Here's a boss you absolutely don't have to do. He's a level 20. He takes forever. This is part of the legendary quest chain. He drops the key to go get the Suramar line way back. You activate him by pressing this, and he basically just takes like 10 minutes to kill. Because he's a tank and spank, he doesn't do anything special, so your minions just... issue is his armor's divine, so he takes like 1 damage or a hit from everything. I'm gonna skip it because I don't want to go through that. You don't have to go this way at all, so it's actually kind of pointless to go. But these guys are here for XP. Those are the only guides in the game that seem to be like way off the beaten path that actually give XP. Not the beaten path, but the intended path. The last item I'm looking to get is Dino Keeper's Mace. It's more damage reduction for your summons, but it's not that important to get. Oh, here's another hard pack. Again, the sirens pull you to them. Uh, this is the part you want to use those explosives that the alchemy guy gave you way back. You end up stand under it, kill you. Sometimes this blows up into a boss, sometimes it blows up into just gold. You kind of want the boss because he drops an epic every time, and that's 540 gold. Again, instant killed by the root. This pack has a revenant and a one of those guys. Forgot to touch the stone that was closest to me, so this is just a waste of time. Don't walk between these two. That's another trap. It's insta kill. Good news is I wasn't that. I mean, I was far, but I wasn't that far. What I should do here is save my money for the Dinomancer's mace. However, I'm gonna go show you another feature. This map. You got these things here. You got forge slots. You can pick pet damage. Obviously, I'm picking pet damage, but they're all good. Problem with being is they'll stack like you just stack whatever your build is. Dude. There's a demonic pillar. Now we're going to do a boss that we have to do.
That was my plan. Death rages.
I don't think I'm going to do the achievement, even though it's really worth it. Actually, maybe I might. Basically, the achievement is to kill every egg. It seems on Necromancer, it's a race between you, your minions, killing the little spiders and the big boss. This is not one of them. This Nubian egg is part of the legendary quest chain. But just if you're ever going to do the achievement like I just did, you want to walk around and make sure you got them all. I've had missed like one in the corner before.
That was my plan. Greetings. That was my plan. What is it now? What? Inventory is full. I must hunt soon. You thought of that? Very well. Agreed. Agreed.
So basically, because I did the achievement, now I can get my Dinomancer's thing pretty
That was my plan. You thought of that?
pretty easily.
That was my plan. Very well. That was my plan. I must hunt soon.
I will probably just wait this out for a second.
That was my plan. Very well. Greetings. Agreed. You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. Very well. You thought of that? What is it now? That was my plan. Very well. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. That was
training dummy.
Master? You thought of that? Very well.
This seems like a waste of about 30 seconds. I'm doing a speedrun, but this item is crazy. It's like the last one that's like pet synergy. So there we go. Now I got it.
You thought of that? That was my plan. You thought of that? That was my plan. Agreed. Very well. You thought of that?
No, I don't know why I'm dead. I don't know.
The night comes. Agreed. You thought of
I think it's because he summoned Doom Lords and they just did Rain of Fire.
Agreed. You thought of that. That was my plan. You thought of that.
Yeah, it seems to be what.
I hunger. Reagents. That was my plan. Agreed. Very well. You thought of that. That was my plan. Agreed. What? That was my plan. Very well.
And we got one of the best drops in the game. Off him, another pet damage, health per second, and attack speed for them. So that's just luck. Like I said, there was one run I got this item literally off the first Murloc, so it can get crazy. But item-wise, our build's pretty much complete now. We got all the stuff we need. The only thing you could consider swapping is Tomo's Supreme Power for more pet damage. But it's better to be able to heal yourself constantly. To progress now, you need to come to these pipes. Get the gear mechanism from the pipes. The first time I ever played through this, I got stuck at this part. I ran around for like days trying to figure it out. Finally, SpasMaster messaged me and said pipes. That's all he said. And then I finally got it, but so basically, once you get to this part, once you get to twin corridors, this is considered like end game. Open this gate, give myself back my huntsman. There's huge hydras in here that like kill you very fast. Basically, at this point of the game, the build is complete. You can finish the game this way. Um, there's things like this that are for the legendary quest chain. Again, you bring the fire over to him. I don't know how you do it. You can kill him once, and collect his head or whatever. In this room, there's gold. There should be a chest key. Yeah, there's a chest key always in here. There's always a chest key in here somewhere. You can open up the chest right here. I just opened up the chest right there because... Again, title revenants are here to fuck up your day, like that. Soon that won't happen though, because I won't be, there won't be title revenants at the end. There's arguably worse stuff at the end of the game. Now, there's the boss coming up. So the achievement for this boss is to kill sets of his ads. Issue with the summoner is, again, it's hard to control the ads all the time, so let's put the tombstone down, tell us a couple of them to fight the ads. What you have to do is come read this bookcase. This is one of the things that's random every game, no matter what.
That was my plan.
You have to read this bookcase, and whatever his name is, you have to go
That was my
talk to the statue up here.
thought of that.
If you have enough lives to spare, which I do, you can completely guess.
Agreed.
It'll instant kill you if you guess it wrong.
Very well.
Um,
Agreed.
However, that's just annoying to do. There was one time I guessed the first one, got it on the first try without just dumb luck. But it's just easier to know. You do that. You come over here.
That was my plan.
You get the moonstone.
Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that? You thought of that?
I'm pretty sure these are always the same. It corresponds to
That was my plan.
numbers on the clock.
Very well.
So 12,
Agreed. Agreed.
2,
You thought of that?
12, 8,
Very well.
2,
That was
4,
plan.
10. Trust me, I don't always get that right on the first try. One time I had to look up a picture of a clock. I was having
That was my plan.
a day with that.
Greetings. Agreed.
Alright, we got plenty of gold, so I'm gonna go back. I'm going to buy 3 more pet damages.
What is it now? What, mortal? I must hunt soon.
Buy Shadow Crystal.
That was my plan.
Reason being is there is another item I want out of here. Forget what it's called. Specifically to beat the final boss. Forgot what. Oh, Forbidden Seal.
What, mortal? Very well. Agreed. That was my plan.
You want to get the Forbidden Seal eventually.
You thought of that. Agreed.
Oh, this is the really endgame part of the game.
That was my plan.
The monsters here are all going to have chaos damage. And they're all going to, like, kill you if they hit you. Like so.
Very well. I hunger. That was my plan. That was my plan. Agreed. Very well. That was my plan. That was my plan. You thought of that? Agreed. That was my plan.
We're here, hit the switch.
Was my plan.
This is a secret. Up in this cave.
That was my plan. Agreed. Very well. I must hunt soon. You thought of that. That was my plan. That was my plan. You thought of that.
Basically now gold is not irrelevant, but the only item left that you kind of want is the Forbidden Seal. And it's really not required, it's a preference. Uh, From here on out, the game is pretty easy. You can run out of the any effects on the ground. You let the skeletons kill everything. You open up to this boss. The achievements like to not take damage from him. This Necromancer, it's literally easy because you just never let, I mean, you do what you're doing the whole time. You never let your skeletons like not face tank him. Here's how you do this next part. You go on a circle. The circle turns you into one of these guys. And you can go smash open the door. And then you can leave him. They used to attack you after you left them. They don't do that anymore as of the recent patch. I guess they were doing way too much damage, so he changed that. The Essence of Light goes in that one. You don't have to do it now, you can do it later. It's just it's nice to have it out of your inventory. So now we can buy the Forbidden Seal. You can click it to get a different stat, attack speed, haste, or potency. On Necro, I think you want armor, haste, potency. I think you want haste. It makes your tombstone reset faster, so... but the real reason you want it is so that you can put Incineration as your last talent. Reason being is... Incineration adds a bunch of damage to your minions, because now, every time they attack, do bone spikes on your enemies. Instantly slain, but I don't know what. Basically clearing all this trash. And chest key that I don't know how to get. Everything around it is a trap. I never tried to figure out how to get it. Um, the essence of darkness that you need is inside this old tomb. A couple more things about this area. Over here is the anvil where you put all the pieces of your legendary weapon together, and you go craft it inside this tomb. Alright, I'm not showing that because I don't know how to. I've never gotten to that step. Well, you craft the end piece in the tomb and then you take it back to the vault, but yeah. Okay, so I don't know how to get the chest key, but I do know over here is the item you need to summon the second to last boss. So, always pick up the Scepter of Alter Akai. 3 gold coins. Again, there's like nothing left to spend any gold on. This opens the gate back to the beginning. There is a monster here you can kill. You can kill that monster in the beginning of the game too, but it's not as worth it. Nice little thing to do here. You can get a XP scroll. And if you have a shadow crystal, you can also get stat. So, some intelligence going rolling. And then we're going to do Darkwater Bay. Darkwater Bay is absurdly easy on Necromancer, and it's absurdly hard on every other class. These guys hit like an absolute freaking truck. Because you have so many minions. Doesn't matter. And the boss is here. Captain Drow. And he seems to always drop Scimitar. I can never say this word. He always seems to drop that. Which is an insanely good, like, rogue item. We don't need it, so it's 540 gold. Now we go all the way back up here. Now the pattern is always the same. 4 up, 3 over, 3 down, 3 over, all the way up, 4 over. Oh, wait. Maybe I forgot. No, that's what it should be. I need to turn this off for a second. I'm pretty sure. Thought that was it. Maybe this pattern does change. It's very finicky too. Sometimes you'll be on the right one. Okay. I know that that was the pattern. Now, very hard boss pack here. Or not boss pack, but basically the trash packs are getting absurd, but so are we, so we can only complain so much, right? Ah, yeah, I can't move out of Flame Strike. Like I said, the monsters get absurd, but so are we. Especially the Tidal Revenants. Okay, yeah, I forgot about this one here. The Void Lord is crazy. He has like a drain mana chain lightning thing. But again, unfortunately for these guys, Necromancer exists, so this pack is crazy too. Basically, we're to the point where every trash pack is insane. If they hit you, you die. They should never hit you because Tombstone Summon so many ads. To say this is the most absurd thing in the game. It spawns 4 title revenants, and sometimes they can all just shockwave you instantly, and there's nothing you can do. Luckily, it didn't happen this time, but I mean, look, I'm still getting destroyed by the title revenants. Easily the hardest monster in the map. Look, I'm dead, and I didn't even. I didn't even really get to see what happened to me there. Just dead. It's fine. I learned the hard way the other week. You want to move the key away from the switch because you'll summon the revenants again if you don't move it. This boss is crazy. I don't know how he still hurts you from range, but he does. Like so. He does a ridiculous amount of damage from range sometimes, and I don't know. I think it may be like an AoE slam on the ground or something that is missing an animation. Like, I don't understand what. Like, the minions can just kill him while you're chilling, waiting to revive. Yep, Rain of Fire is the fairest thing in the game. Kills you every time. I mean, getting Doomis come to your world right there really sucks. Oh, I was tiny title revenant there again. Yeah, every time there's a title revenant, you're just gonna die. Like, I don't know.
What is it now?
Scaling of the shockwave is crazy.
Agreed. You thought of that.
Coming up to one of the final res stones in the game. So right here.
That was my plan. Very well.
There's a Void Lord on me. And the Void Lords have an insane mana drain thing.
What is it now? Die.
Once again, there's a title revenant, so Shockwave got me instantly.
The night beckons. Very well. That was my plan. You thought of that. That was my plan.
Now we're level 15. We're max level for base game. If you do the other side quests, you can get up to level 18. But I've never done that, so
That was my plan. You thought of that.
now we're on to like the end game. This is like the hardest hallway in the whole game. One last cheese. Of course, you can always come back to the summoning stone or the resurrection stones to get health and mana back. I did that because I didn't want to swap to the book. I have the book still. I want to make very clear there's a reason I still have the book. And you're going to see at the end why that is. Alright, so here's what you use that scepter you picked up in the library. Alright, on this blue puddle. You summon him. Alt Y is easy for being the second to last boss. I don't know why it's this easy. It's the same as the rest of the game. Oh. Keep Tombstone up. He'll go down eventually. He does have a lot of health, but that's about it. And a ridiculous amount of armor, but it doesn't matter when you have like 1,000 guys hitting him. Every time I've ever killed him, he always drops the trident of Alta Kai. Alta. Now, here's to get to the final boss room. Go through this portal. Connect your main base portal to that one. But what we can do is spend all the rest of our gold. Now, the reason I kept the book, and it looks like I won't need it to do it this time, but the reason I kept the book is the final boss. You can take off Shadowkeeper's War Mace. Basically, if you're attacking him, you're doing it wrong. This reduces the damage your pets take, but you're going to see why that doesn't matter. And also your attack speed doesn't matter at all. What matters is that you don't run out of mana in the final fight. So, there is one group of trash left up here. So, the final cutscene, and there's a completely cheese way to do this. I found this out because I was playing Melee Warrior, and I stacked like an all-crit build. You want to go Leech, Leech attack speed, but I was trying a crit build, and I could not kill the ads because my attack speed was way too slow. So I figured out a strategy, and it works for every single hero that I've tried so far. That has summons. I don't... Well, it worked for my warrior too, but that's because he just stood in the corner and didn't aggro anything. I don't know if I got lucky on that run or not, but... See how these guys will never come attack you? You can literally sit in this corner for the whole final fight. And obviously heal yourself when he tries to rain of fire you. That's another reason you need the infinite mana, so anytime he does rain of fire, you can just... doesn't matter. And this is basically a rinse and repeat until he dies. You can sometimes go out here and kill these guys. Oh, legendary item. Kind of cool. I guess I'll pick it up with the pack. And yeah, like I said, sometimes you can go out here, you can cheese them, you can pull them. But basically, this whole fight is cheesed by chilling over here by this exit gate. Sometimes he'll do this, which really sucks because him meleeing you is like death. Or if you're just actually stuck in the corner. But for the most part, you run around, you summon the minions. This is kind of slow. I think my minions haven't been really targeting him because I went and pulled these guys. Basically, if you stay in the cheese corner, your minions will mostly just hit him. Of course, I die because he's gonna cast Rain of Fire like 6 times on me. Alright, buddy. Wonder what this is. That's insane, isn't it? Get back in here and just walk in the gate. Another thing you have to do sometimes. Actually, I want to do this in sub 3. Sometimes you do want to go pull these freaking demons. Well, I might be able to get a sub 3 if he doesn't teleport away two more times. Um, he's dead. Get out of combat. Run to the eastern entrance. And that's the end. Easy to do on Necro. Like, dummy easy, actually. This is why I've been trying to do it on Insane with Necro, because I don't know who else could do it. I saw a mage build where you have ward up like all the time. Maybe that's the way to do it. But those are on old patches. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Again, this is supposed to act as like a redo of my 3-part series I did, which people liked. But it was way too long. This showed you the easiest way to get through it and do it. Alright. Peace.